Hello, wonderful audience. Welcome to Julie's channel. Title: Josh Duggar's Life Behind Bars, Substandard Meals, Complaints, and Shocking Allegations. What's life really like for former reality TV star Josh Duggar at FCI Seagoville? It's not as glamorous as TLC made his earlier days look. According to recent exclusive reports, the conditions at the Texas-based federal prison are bleak, especially when it comes to food. Today, we're breaking down the shocking claims of malnutrition, expired food, and allegations of inhumane treatment that have surfaced, including insights from inmates and legal complaints. Let's dive in. The man you nobody wants. Josh Duggar, once known for his clean-cut image on 19 Kids and Counting, is now serving a 151-month sentence for possession of child pornography. But the reality of his life behind bars seems as far removed from the wholesome family dinners he once shared on TV as possible. Reports suggest that inmates at FCI Seagoville are being served half portions of meals. Yes, you heard that right. Think a smidge of grits, a pinch of corn, or a single slice of deli meat. If they're lucky, a half roll of bread might accompany it. Inmates, including Duggar, are apparently left with little choice but to turn to the prison commissary to supplement their diet. But here's the catch: if you can't afford it, you might just have to go hungry. A source close to one inmate revealed to the U.S. Sun, they've been getting half portions of food for months. People are having to buy food from the commissary or go hungry. It's wild. This isn't a one-off complaint either. For months, the institution has faced allegations of inadequate and even unsafe food practices. Expired food, milk that's gone sour, and cereal infested with bugs. These claims paint a grim picture of daily meals at the facility. Maggots in the food? If the half portions weren't bad enough, one incident raises the bar on horror stories. In October 2023, an inmate allegedly spoke about food trays containing maggots. Let that sink in: maggots. According to a formal complaint detailed in a lawsuit, these contaminated trays weren't immediately discarded. Instead, inmates were encouraged to save the trays as evidence. While the prison denies these claims, asserting that their food meets national menu standards, the consistency of these allegations raises eyebrows. It's worth noting that a lawsuit filed earlier this year by another inmate accused the facility of serving meals that fell significantly below the 2,000-calorie daily requirement and storing food next to trash. Holiday exceptions? Now, it's not all bad news. On Thanksgiving, inmates, including Duggar, were reportedly treated to a feast. According to reports, the holiday menu included roasted turkey, glazed ham, cornbread dressing, sweet potato casserole, green bean casserole, and even pies for dessert. The spread sounds generous, almost too good to be true compared to the everyday portions described. But the big question remains: does one holiday meal offset months of inadequate nutrition? For inmates living with malnutrition or unable to afford commissary snacks, a single celebratory dinner likely feels like a drop in the ocean. Legal battles and frustration. The complaints about food aren't the only legal battles brewing. Duggar's story is intertwined with a broader narrative of prisoner mistreatment. One inmate, Giordino Peterson, filed a lawsuit in February 2024 demanding the cessation of inhumane treatment at Seagoville. His allegations mirrored many others: expired food, inadequate portions, and even medical negligence. Peterson claimed his meals were well below the required calorie intake and that some food was stored in conditions bordering on unsanitary. While his lawsuit was eventually dismissed due to procedural issues, it adds to the mounting evidence that suggests problems at Seagoville aren't isolated incidents. Josh Duggar today, unrecognizable? Despite all this, photos of Duggar obtained by the U.S. Sun show him walking the prison track, seemingly in good spirits. He's traded his TLC-era clean-cut image for a rugged look, sporting sunglasses, a brown t-shirt, and a grown-out beard and mustache. But don't let appearances fool you. The underlying issues at Seagoville suggest that life behind bars isn't just a quiet retreat. It's a test of endurance, especially for those unable to afford commissary privileges. Why does this matter? For many, Duggar's story is about more than his crimes. It's a window into a flawed prison system. The Bureau of Prisons claims that they meet national standards, but allegations of expired food, maggot-filled trays, and inadequate portions tell a different story. When loved ones voice concerns, they're met with silence or denial. And while Thanksgiving feasts and carefully managed photos may attempt to show otherwise, the day-to-day reality for inmates like Duggar remains a topic of concern. Whether or not you sympathize with Duggar himself, these broader issues about prison food and treatment demand attention. Final thoughts. So, where do we stand? Josh Duggar's name might grab headlines, but the deeper story here is about systemic issues within the prison system. Half portions, expired food, maggots, these aren't just shocking headlines, they're allegations that speak to the conditions many inmates face daily. Whether these claims result in meaningful change or are dismissed as exaggerated grievances remains to be seen. But one thing's clear, life at FCI Seagoville is far from the orderly, rehabilitative environment it's supposed to be. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is this just another case of inmates complaining, or does it reveal something more troubling about prison conditions in the US? And don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories behind the headlines. Catch you next time.